Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Manita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Venus's transit through the sign of exaltation, that is Pisces. It's going to be conjoining Jupiter to start with, and will be there throughout, and will be conjunct Mars also by the end of the towards the end. It will be joining Mars as well. So what exactly is in store? I'll be sharing in segments, of course. I'll be giving you a summary on this. So please stay tuned. The initial part is always a very important one because I give all the details as to what exactly is this transit. If at all you're a new viewer, you must know that this is the sidereal movement, not the tropical zodiac, the Western astrology. It's not on the sun sign. It's based on the ascendant or the moon sign. People are getting confused because it is based on Dasha Lord also. I will definitely be giving you example and explaining in my upcoming videos. So I will be explaining, don't worry about that. But in this transit, I must tell you that Venus is going to be exalted, very powerful. But at the same time, there are certain catches, there are certain problems also, which we are going to be heading to because we are heading to eclipses also, and that too, concerning the Bharani Nakshatra ruled by Venus, and we are going to be having another one, which is Ketu in Libra sign, which is again ruled by Venus. So it's a mixed bag. I will not say completely a very good transit or completely a very bad transit, because there can be some positives and some negatives attached to this transit. So we must be taking it with a pinch of salt. But yes, if you're watching me for the first time, you must subscribe this channel, because I do the weeklies, monthlies, yearlies, and of course, from time to time, the major or the innermost planets transits also, which actually is required to requires attention. And of course, it is for the 12 ascendants or the moon sign, the forecasts are there in all my videos. I share the screen also and show you what exactly is happening in the sky through the, South Indian and the North Indian charts, the style of predicting that I use. So that is something which is really going to be helpful if you are a Vedic astrology enthusiast also. So you won't regret subscribing my channel, and do share my videos if you like them towards the end of the video. So how do you see the transits? That is the major thing to start with. I will share with you. See, to check the transit, you must see what exactly is the condition of the planets in your natal chart. When you're born, there is a picture which is drawn at the time of birth, which indicates that you were having certain transit positions. That was the transit of that particular day. So how was the transit position when you were born? So that is what will describe and actually narrate the whole, your picture of the upcoming, dashas. Now, what is exactly the period that you are heading to? That is called the dasha, the timelines. So if you are heading to, or if you are already in a particular dasha, which is forming a connectivity with these transits, only then the events will take place. If you don't have the basic promise of a particular event, marriage, childbirth, career, overseas, or any kind of litigation or anything related to the major events or the smallest also events of life, until and unless you have a basic promise, that means there's a commitment that this will happen through in your lifetime, these events will happen. So until unless you have it, suppose there is no such promise, basic promise, or the planets are not that favorable that you have a childbirth, or if you have a marriage or not. So all those events will not trigger up with these transits. Even the dasha, even if it is there, suppose you are heading to a marriage and you're not having a dasha, conducive dasha, then also that event will not happen during that particular dasha. People say that Venus's dasha will give you marriage. It's not necessary. If your Venus is afflicted, if your Venus is weak in the chart or is ill-placed, how will the marriage take place in Venus dasha? Also, there can be that you are, like in the, suppose you're having a period of Venus dasha, and you can yourself assess how your Venus dasha is going to be. How? See, if your Venus is weak, you will not be inclined to dress up well. You will not be inclined to look good, perfume yourself well, comb your hair, look good, and you will not be inclined to savings also. That is, and also handwriting. That's the main thing. Artistic bent of mind. If you have all these things, that means you have a strong Venus. So everybody can make your Venus strong by doing these things. Improve your handwriting, work on yourself, on your artistic bent of mind, your hobbies, your skills, enhance them. So that is why I always say that if you want to improve your planets, you should be doing the what they want you to do. So if you will do that, of course, they're going to be enhancing those many areas of life. Saturn wants you to be disciplined. Jupiter wants to be knowledgeable and share your knowledge. Mars wants to be bold and courageous and aggressive in approach. It wants you to be aggressive in your work. So energy, right? Willpower is Sun, righteousness. And if at all you are very communicative, and if you're not, you should improve your Mercury. That means you can get lot many things out of this. You can learn lot many things when you look at these. Moon is emotional. So if you're not emotional, you're very hard-hearted or stone-hearted, then it means that, and very practical, that means Saturn is strong, but Moon is not. And Rahu Ketu, of course, Rahu is very important. It's a very important graha because it means that you will be materially inclined. Until unless you complete your desires, you will not get the moksha, that is Ketu. So be spiritual, at the same time, be more, balance the impact of Rahu Ketu. So every planet we can improve. We have that free will, we have that willpower, we have that power also, but to a certain extent. There is a circle. Within that circle only we have to move around. So free will, of course, is to some extent. Utilize it. So improve on your Venus, look good, especially when Venus is exalted. This is the time when you can improve on your relationship. You can work on your financials, save money, don't be overindulgent. You can be a little more lustful during this time because Jupiter is also there. So you have to take care of all these areas. In case you have to plan your wedding, plan your marriage, you can do that. Travels, financial settings, setup that we have. Also, there can be certain social life which can increase, or you can get involved in more socializing and all during this time, because Jupiter and Venus are going to be conjunct throughout. And there can be some celebrations. There can be that you are going to be meeting some influential people during this time, and this is going to be really helpful. Overseas connections can improve and enhance. And overall, the film industry, the glam industry is going to improve during this time. Also, financial graph is going to be upwards. Utilize it, and also try to follow discipline in your savings. You can be overindulgent and you can spend a lot of money. So be careful about all that. Now, Venus and Mars is also going to be conjunct together. I'll be sharing the dates, and please make a note of the dates also. I'll be sharing with you the Nakshatra transits also, and I will be in the predictive of the 12 ascendants of the moon sign. I will be sharing with you the dates as well. So make a note of that as well. So Venus-Mars conjunction will give you a lot of compromising in the relationships. You can be on the lookout of romance, sexual alliances, and also you can be attracted to others depending on your gender. And also there can be new marriage, new romance, and you can have artistic bent of mind as well. You will have a lot of courage to do things which involve maybe proposing somebody, right? If you have to propose to somebody, what is required? You need that courage also, isn't it? So you will be getting that as well. And also you will be visiting the places which involve entertainment, amusement often. So that is also quite possible. So now this is what is the transit position going to be. And also I must tell you that Venus holds Bharani Nakshatra's lordship. And there is an eclipse on the 30th, which is happening in the Bharani Nakshatra. So that is the time when you have to be careful, because Venus, even if it is exalted, but there is an eclipse in Bharani Nakshatra, which is the Akrant Nakshatra. So you should not pick up Bharani Nakshatra for the next 2-3 months time for making any kind of, auspicious ceremonies, Muhurta. Don't pick up this nakshatra. Also Krittika nakshatra, because there is a lunar total eclipse, lunar total eclipse, which is happening on the 16th of May in Krittika nakshatra at 1 degree 6 minutes. So that is also not considered to be an auspicious nakshatra for at least 1 month's time. So now enough of talking. Let me go and share with you the chart as to what exactly are the dates. And you should make a note of these dates in case you feel that, they are, you can make a note. Venus gets exalted in Pisces from the 27th of April to the 23rd of May. This is the summary part, so you should just make a note. PURVABHADRA transit would be from the 27th of April to the 1st of May. UTARABHADRA, Bhadrapada on the 1st till the 12th of May, and REVATI from the 12th to the 23rd of May. See, towards the end of REVATI Nakshatra, it is considered to be the Gandanta position of Venus. So it is going to be the transitional phase because, whenever any planet, whenever a cycle comes to an end, then starts another one. So you're being prepared for this. You have completed the whole cycle in the Pisces sign. Now you're going to be heading to something new, something virtuous, something big. That is why, Aries sign is considered to be childlike, or, the energy is very, very, towards ambition and achievements, goal setting. But Venus is going to be conjunct Rahu when it transits through Aries sign. Now this year, whichever planet is transiting the Gandanta zone of Pisces will be also meeting Rahu for the next 18 months, whichever transit is happening. Especially the innermost planets will be conjunct this Aries Rahu and Libra Ketu. So here you have to understand that this is going to be a very important transit. Why? Because we have a partial solar eclipse in Venus's nakshatra Bharani at 16 degrees 19 minutes on the 30th of April. So this is the time you have to be a little extra cautious related to your relationships. There can be that you can be a little more aggressive, or there can be sexual encounters that you will be having, or there can be some scandals also. So you have to be careful about that. We do have an Akshaya Tritiya that we are heading to when Moon and Sun and Venus, 3 of these planets will be exalted. Generally, it's said that we don't need a Muhurta or an auspicious time and we can do any activity on Akshaya Tritiya. But I generally, I have seen on my personal ground also, that any kind of Muhurta, when we are picking and choosing, we have to see the moon should not be in the 8th house. So the ones who are especially Libra rising, they will be having moon in the 8th house. So just avoid those kinds of activities. And also moon will be for Gemini natives in the 12th house. See that also, that watch out when moon is in Taurus sign. Though we have a lunar total eclipse in Venus's sign, and that is Taurus Scorpio axis. In Krittika Nakshatra, of course, which is the Scorpio sign, but yes, it is in the Taurus Scorpio axis, of course. So that is also going to be directly, indirectly causing impact on Venus. And Venus is part of these 2 eclipses. So we have to be extra cautious in our relationship and financials. Whenever we are supposed to make any kind of decision during this time, it's said that, you actually have a lot of emotional bent of mind in lunar eclipse, especially, and you make wrong decisions. So avoid these dates plus minus a month or so that, you don't get entrapped in the negative environment. Venus and Jupiter will be conjunct together all through, and Venus and Mars conjunction is from 17th to the 23rd of May. So for a few days, it's going to be together for 6-7 days. So this is the time when you can feel what the results I've mentioned in the beginning part. So let's start with the predictive or the forecast, as we say. And as I said, the remedy would be that you should take care of your looks. You should take care of your financials. Don't be overindulgent. In relationship, just be more sweet, be more adjusting. Do not get carried away. Also, you can donate white things. I'm wearing a silver. Why? Because this denotes Venus. So you can wear these kind of colors more, and you can donate, Venus's things, like you can donate curd, you can donate rice, yogurt, plain yogurt, and rice and sugar. If you donate on Fridays, it is going to be really helpful for you. This is a general remedy. And if you want to offer prayers, you should be offering prayers to Ma Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati, chant Saraswati chants. Okay. So that's the reason you should acquire more knowledge during this time. It will really help you. So let me share the screen. Today, the chart is different because my other software is not working. So I hope it's visible. Let me write down the sign. Okay. So this will be. One second. One sec. Okay, let me see. Aries. Okay, for Aries natives, this transit of Venus is happening over your, let me close the camera. One sec, live sessions. Okay, so for Aries natives, Venus is going to be transiting over your 12th house. And 12th house is going to be conjunct to Jupiter to start with, and then will be conjunct Mars also for a few days. So for Aries natives, this is the 12th house transition. So you must enjoy the company of yourself. Basically, you know, it is like behind the scenes. You're going to be having a retreat. You're going to be doing things which require more attention to yourself and how you can improve on yourself, your thought process, your looks. You are going to be in the closed doors, and this can also bring about some endings in relationship and starting of new. This is also considered to be secret love affairs, the house of secret love affairs, or you can be breaking up from your partner during this time, or you will get a lot of clarity because it's the second and the seventh lord also. So this can lead to some tendency of keeping your gender or your relationships in secret. This is also going to be giving you some occult sciences inclination, subjects like that, and you will be having some kind of arrangement in such a manner that you are going to be feeling quite charged up with the situation which is behind the scenes more. So you're going to be working through those, and you're going to be enjoying the travel part also during this time. So that is going to be very positive in case you're thinking of changing the stream of your education also. Okay. Financially, you're going to be sound, and you're going to be working through your financials also during this time. So make sure that you make the best use of, in case you want to be surrounded in the social standards. That is something which, you want to involve yourself in social standards. So this is going to be positive for you as well. Maybe, you're preparing for doing that. Okay, now there are certain dates that I'm giving you. Make sure that you do not make, or you make the decisions related to the houses I'm sharing with you. 27th to the 27th April to the 1st of May, you can be more involved in your home affairs, with your family, with your relationships. And when it is you can be more, towards maybe buying a vehicle, or you can be maybe going in for some loans, or you are going to be considering some renovation at the home front. 1st to the 3rd of May is the time when you will be getting connected with your children, new romance quite possible. 3rd to 5th May is the time when you will be having some plans for changing the job, or maybe at the workplace there will be a lot of work to do, or you can be going in for some fitness regime. 6th to the 8th will be the time when you can be very serious in your relationship, or there can be a breakup also, or you're going to be quite agitated. There's a serious approach towards a relationship during this time, so you should be utilizing this time as well. To get clarity. 9th to the 11th, you should not be getting involved in the relationship that you have, the secret relationship that you have with your partner. This can lead to some complications. So you should, maybe some secrecy is actually hampered. So you can, maybe something that you're hiding can be coming into the limelight. So be careful. On the 12th, from the 12th to the 14th, some travel plans that you're making might just fall apart, or maybe, you're going to be changing your route to travel. So this is the time you should plan everything before leaving the house. 15 to 17, there can be that you are going to be involved in some official, meetings, or you're going to be meeting somebody from your, your co-workers or your colleagues from the previous workplace. That's also quite possible. 18 to the 20th is a good time for forming a connection with your friends, you meeting them, or going out, dining, enjoying yourself. And also investment time. Maybe you're going to be making some major investments. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you will be again going in your recluse. You're going to be maybe working for a presentation. You're going to be spending more time with yourself behind the scenes, and you will be traveling maybe as well. Make your time, make the best use of your time, just rejuvenate. Maybe you'll be taking a spa, going out for dinner, and maybe, you're going to be it happens so that you want to be at times, so you might be just contemplating on things that you have had in the previous times. Okay, so these are the ones. And just make sure, in the previous summary part, I've mentioned the dates about the eclipses. So make sure that you do not make any kind of decisions during the eclipses time. That is the time when you can have some complications. So make sure that you take care of yourself and your decision making about your financials and your relationships during that time. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, that is Taurus. So let me write here. I don't know why the color is not changing. I wanted it to be the other one. Anyhow, so for Taurus natives, this transit is happening over your 11th house. As you can see, it's the 11th house of yours. So 11th house will be like, giving you some inclination towards or helpful towards your friends, new relationship. You'll be encouraging yourself for doing things where you can be more desirous, or you are going to be having a lot of willpower to do the things. As far as your work is concerned, companionship, you can be having a lot of comfort and desires related to your work. Also, you're going to be having some harmonious and warm friendships, new friendships also on cards. This can also bring about some groups that you're moving around in a very in a very composed manner. You're going to be thinking about your groups that you're moving around in a very serious manner, and there are desire fulfillment that you're heading to. Also, being the Lagnesh in the 11th house, this is going to be giving you a lot of inclination towards fulfillment of desires, and you will be actually doing things for others also. You're going to be, because Jupiter is there, so humanitarian causes, you're going to be actually handling during this time. Also, there is a possibility of travels, because it's the last sign of the natural zodiac although. So any kind of travel plans that you have, you will be actually doing that as well. On the personal level, you will be slightly detached, because 11th house in Pisces, you feel that, you are not able to connect well with your own self, because you're too much in the outside world. So any kind of new relationship is definitely going to be very positive and fruitful. I'm giving you a few dates, and the remedies I've given in the initial part. I will be sharing with you the timestamps also the moment this video is uploaded. After that only I'll be able to do the timestamps. So for you people, the best dates would be like to start with 27th April to the 1st of May. This is the time when you can be traveling, you can be connecting with your siblings also, the female counterparts, especially at home, neighbors. You can propose to the person that you're dating also. 1st May to the 3rd of May is the time when you can be having some renovation at the place of work. You can have a purchasing of your car, vehicle, anything related to you, property matters. If you have to solve any kind of disputes you have to solve, then you can do that on the 3rd to the 5th. But be careful, when you're signing 1st to the 3rd, sorry. When you're signing the agreements, you have to be a little extra careful, because during this time, Mercury is going to be stationary. 3rd to the 5th is the time when you will be having some new relationship, new romance, or maybe you will be reconciling with the partner if at all you have had any argument. 6 to the 8th is the time when you can have some complications with your co-workers. They can be that you are not looking good that day and you're feeling quite, low about your own self, low on esteem, low on looks. You feel quite detached from others, and maybe there is some confusion related to your own health. You're not getting a right kind of doctor or a right kind of advice, quite likely, on the 6th to the 8th. The 9 to the 11th is the time when you will be forming a good connection with the people outside apart from you. Any kind of business deal or any kind of professional growth or elevation at the workplace, promotion, all that is quite likely from the 9th to the 11th, but be careful about your relationship with your partner. 12th to the 14th is not the time to make major decisions regarding your relationship, your financials. And in case there is a secret love affair that you're having, that can be revealed. So be careful about the 12th to the 14th, especially. 15th to the 17th is a good time for travels, forming a connection with some new business partner or new approach towards your thought process, towards the your perspective can change, how the outlook can change towards the others, quite likely. On the 18th to the 20th is the time to start any kind of new business, new work. At the workplace, people will be quite appreciative of you, your work, and your tasks will be completed, and you will be feeling quite comfortable during this time, and you'll feel that you're getting what you exactly wanted. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you will connect with your people around you, the community you move around in. Fulfillment of desires is also quite likely. So all these are definitely going to be giving you that positive approach towards life. Be careful about the eclipses dates that I've mentioned initially. Don't make any kind of major decision making during that time. It can lead to some kind of lack of decision making correctly. So be careful about that. That accuracy will be missing, that wisdom will be missing at that time, because it's an eclipse time. Okay, eclipse means that the planets are being absorbed, the energies are being eclipsed. Okay, so make sure that you take right kind of decisions. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. Let me write it for you. I don't know what happened, why the color is not changing. Anyhow, let me write it. Gemini. Okay, so for Gemini natives, this transit is happening over your 10th house, and Jupiter is there, and it is also going to be with Mars by the end of the transit. So make sure that you hear the summary part where I've initial summary part, 10 minutes of 7 minutes time. That will really help you understand this transit better. So if at all you are thinking of any kind of change, any kind of favors from your authorities, this is a very good time. Changes definitely in career, in your reputation is quite possible. You can have some romance which can trigger up at the workplace. People will appreciate your artistic talent, and you're going to be a little lazy because Venus is losing big bala also. So you have to be quite optimistic. You have to have that optimistic approach towards work, and definitely there is a position that you'll be holding, or you'll be assigned something major. Some major assignment can come your way, which you wanted it to fall into your lap. So that is going to be there. And there are financial growth that we can anticipate also. Some overseas clientele or overseas connections will be actually helpful. You are going to be formulate all the tasks that you have been assigned, and this is going to be really the time for making major decisions. For children, I think if you have children, then this is not a good time though, but it can lead to some kind of arrangement that you're already thinking of as far as your love relationship is concerned, new relationship. So that is also quite possible. Maybe somebody you can come across during your travels and journey, but definitely a very comfortable position, a favorable position. If you have some artistic bent of mind, this is going to be very positive to pursue that. In your career, you're going to be getting that power and that popularity as well. So make sure that you make the best use of this time, and people will be definitely supportive of you. So make the best use of this. Now I'm giving you a few dates in case you have to make any kind of decisions during this time. So just stick on to the dates. 27th April to the 1st of May, you might be thinking about financials. You might be planning your budget. Savings are also quite likely. You're thinking too much about your family members and your potential. 1st to the 3rd of May is the time when you will be forming a connection with your siblings, with your female counterparts in the family, or maybe you're going to be traveling, short journey on cards. You have to take care of your vehicle. 3rd to the 5th is the time of renovating your place, or decorating your place, redoing your workplace or your home, or you are going to be having some get together during this time. So it's a good time for you. But at the same time, you have to be really careful about your argument that you can have with your family members. So make sure that you do not get emotionally carried away. 6th to the 8th is the time when you can have some complications in relationship with your partner, or there can be some new relationship that you have already you're trying to propose, but that is not going to happen the way you are planning. So make sure that you do not plan anything on this day. From the 6th to the 8th especially, there can be something which is not that positive, related to your children, related to your love life, related to your work experience also at the place of work. So 6th to 8th is not favorable. 9th to 11th is very favorable for getting involved in any kind of litigation. You have to start any kind of fitness regime, looking good, dressing up well, starting anything new, any new venture. That's very positive. On the 12th to the 14th is the time when you can have some confusion with or some argument with your partner. So you have to be very careful about your thought process. Do not get carried away. Whatever the situation is looking like from outside is not the case. So be careful about your decision making. Maybe there is a call that disturbs you. There is some communication that disturbs you. So make sure that you do not get carried away. Plan everything, plan your calendar well, because these things do happen. 15th to 17th is the time when you can be having some serious approach towards your health or health issues, or maybe you're thinking of changing the doctor. You're planning to go in for some treatment, or maybe you're going to be thinking about your investments very seriously during these 2 dates. So make sure that you are very calm and composed, and then take the advice of the experts for doing anything major. 18th to the 20th is a very good time for travel plans, in case you have to meet somebody special. So this is a very good day. Maybe you can take the person out, the person you're dating. So this is a very positive time. 21st to the 23rd is a very positive time at the place of work. You will be getting some accolades. Some people will be actually coming and meeting you, and they will appreciate your projects that you have completed. So this is a round of applause for you. So good time for towards the end of the transit as well. And maybe, you're going to be proposing somebody during this time, at the place of work also, quite likely. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. Let me just write it here. Cancer. Okay, so for Cancer natives, this transit is happening over your 9th house, and it is conjunct Jupiter, and also it is going to be conjunct Mars. Mars is going to be out of your 8th house, and it's going to be conjunct Mars from the, let me tell you the date, I forgot. Yeah, 17th May to the 23rd of May. So one by one, of course. So 9th house is the house of travels, and also benefits from the travels. You're going to be looking at the bigger picture, understanding your culture, your aesthetic groups that you move around in, beauty, art, music, maybe some foreign cultures you adopt. So this is a very positive time for doing any kind of legal and fair deals. And there can be some attraction towards religious ceremonies. Maybe there is a ceremony at home. And also there can be marriage-like relationship, that you can get into. This is also going to be giving you some, some on the journey, you will meet somebody, or there is a promotion on cards at the place of work also, quite likely. There is a Rahu in your 10th house. There's a lot of confusion. You should not quit your job at any cost. This is not the time to change, because for the good 18 months, Rahu is going to be in your 10th house. And this can lead to a lot of confusion, a lot of misunderstandings. You will do the job, but you will not be appreciated. People will be taking the, credit for whatever you have done. So please do not give up. This can lead to a lot of anxiety also. But this doesn't mean that it's going to end this way. It is going to be getting better also gradually. So do not at any cost give up. This is not going to be helpful. And if at all you are thinking of, sorry about this, if at all you're thinking of any kind of, a resolution, so you should be actually having some kind of, take the help of the, of some colleague of yours. Okay, don't do things alone. That is something which is going to be giving you some kind of a positive energy there. Okay, so do not just give up, and this is not the time to do so. If at all you're thinking of any kind of travels, journeys, enjoying yourself, unwinding, this is a very good time. Okay. I'm giving you a few dates, so do not make any decisions related to your workplace, because this can lead to some kind of complications and also financials. So 27th April to the 1st of May, you can be maybe going in for some redoing of your hair, some looks you're going to be working on. Very positive time. And also this can make you a little emotional also about the people around you, your family members and your friends. Or maybe you'll be meeting some friends of yours. Maybe you're going to be partying and all that. 1st to the 3rd May, you're going to be having some concerns about financial savings. Don't overspend. Then, you feel that, why did I spend unnecessarily? 3rd to the 5th is the time. 3rd to the 5th is a time when you can be having short journeys, travels. You can plan it. It's a good time in case you are thinking of already. So plan for the 3rd to the 5th, and maybe, you're going by road, or, you're going to be driving countryside. So this is a good time to unwind also. 6th to the 8th of April, 6th to the 8th is a very important one. 6th to the 8th, you can have some, detachment from the home front. You're not going to be understandable, or people are not understanding you, or there can be some confusion at the home front. You have some detachment attached to your family members. So detachment attached to the family members. Yes, it's a very different kind of a statement I just made. But yeah, there is maybe some work going on at the home front, some redoing of the place or something, which can lead to some complications with the helpers. So you have to stay calm. Also, there can be that you are purchasing property or vehicle during this time, which can lead to complications. So I think you should avoid these 2 dates, especially 6th to the 8th. This is not the time to go in for these kind of decision making. 9th to the 11th is a good time to initiate any kind of relationship, new romance, love. Good time for connecting with your children. Your artistic bent of mind, in case you want to go in for some hobby or anything which relates to the 5th house affairs, you're going to be very creative. All that is quite likely. And also there is a possibility that, you are going to be doing things which are going to give you happiness. You're going to be thinking about yourself. Okay. So that is good for you. In fact, 12th to the 14th is the time when you will be having some fitness regime. You're going to be thinking of doing things which are going to give you inclination towards improving on yourself, on your work. You're going to be very disciplined. You're going to be very positive. Your approach towards things are very, very positive. And you're going to be having a different approach towards your work also, and your co-workers. Your co-workers are going to be very helpful, and if the work is going to be very effective. 15th to the 17th is the time when you can have some serious approach towards relationship. You're thinking very seriously whether you want to be in this relationship or you want to part ways. There is a decision making which is coming your way. In case you are having a litigation, you will get the verdict also. 18th to the 20th is the time when you can have some health issues. You're more concerned about health, and you're going to get recovery also, if at all you are suffering from a long time. 21st to the 23rd, travel plans are being made, and you're going to be learning a lot, many things during this time. So in case you want to initiate any long journey, you should be doing it from the 21st to the 23rd. It's a very positive time. Yes, part 2 with James Braha, sir, is going to be released tomorrow, India time. I think by the same time when I'm making this video, somebody's asked. Definitely 2 charts I have discussed in that, sir has discussed. So I'll be airing that. Okay. Somebody asked, so I just answered because it's a live session. So I must reply also simultaneously if at all it's very important. And let me move on to the next sign, that is Leo. Okay, Leo. So for Leo natives, this transit is happening in your 8th house. See, 8th house, people really dread, think that it's the 8th house transit. Oh, I'm doomed. Something wrong is going to happen. If you are not an astrologer, 8th house transit is, 8th house is the house of death, people say. But death of what? Maybe there are endings to the previous things, and now you're going to be starting something new. As it is, it's the 12th sign of the natural zodiac, which as it is means endings. Like the cycle is coming to an end. So when Venus is in the 8th house, you're going to be enjoying physical comforts, prosperity. It's just the other way around, So you're going to be having a lot of a relationship question, which is going chemistry, which is going to be the bonding, which is going to get stronger. Your financials of the partner is going to increase because it is the 2nd house for your partner. You might inherit some money through luxurious items, or you're going to be buying some jewelry, some gold. That is also quite possible, but yes, you lack self-discipline, so you have to maintain that. And in case you are feeling quite lazy and procrastinating, that is something which is going to lead to some complications. So make sure that you do not at any cost lose out on the disciplined life. But you are going to be having a lot of interest in the occult sciences in case you are involved in all that, on all those kind of subjects. Financially, you're going to be getting that boost. And of course, intimacy is on cards. Some intimate relationship might just get intensified also. Jupiter is there. Jupiter is expansive after all. When Jupiter is in the 8th house, it is going to expand those energies of Venus because it is the house of Jupiter, right? So that means Venus is very comfortable because Venus is conjunct A with Jupiter in Jupiter's house. Okay, that is why it exalts there, because Venus minus lust is Jupiter. So when these two are together, there are things that you're going to be actually doing, and you're working through your financials. But when you are having this Mars conjunction from the 17th May till the 23rd of May, you have to be a little extra cautious about your health, and your there can be something related to your complications with your relationship with your father and mother. So take care of that. I'm giving you a few dates. Make sure that you utilize this time and make the best use of. So just forewarning. Yes, 27th April till the 1st of May, there is a possibility of travels. You might be spending some money on things that you don't require, basically. So just avoid. 1st May to the 3rd of May is a good time for making your appearance, work on appearance, or maybe meeting people. You're going for a party and you're just dressing up well, buying a new dress for yourself, or buying a new, trousseau. So all that is quite likely. 3rd to 5th is the time when you can have some complications in your financials, or you have to deal with your financials, or your budget planning is going to take place with your family members. You're going to be concerned about your money matters. So make sure that you do not spend too much on the 3rd, 4th, 5th. 6th to the 8th is the time when you will have, if you're planning your travels, your journeys, be careful, because they can be that the car, if you're going by the car breaks down. You might forget your passport, when you're traveling. That can also happen. So make sure that you are well prepared for the travels on the 3rd, on the 6th, 7th, 8th, especially. Not 3rd, sorry, 6th, 7th, 8th. 9 to the 11th is the time when you will be doing your place, your workplace, your home front, you're redecorating, you're buying a vehicle, you're buying a property signing, all that is quite likely. But make sure, because Mercury is retrograde during that time, so do not get carried away and do things which actually, require more, documentation and all. Paperwork suffers because of Mercury in retrogression, and that too in Venus's sign. But otherwise, it is a good time to get connected with your family members, be more communicative, share your heart, pour your heart out to your family members, listen to them, get a little emotionally attached to them. So that is something which is going to happen from 9th, 10th, 11th. 12th, 13th, 14th is the time when you can be having some serious approach towards your children, your artistic bent of mind. At the place of work, there can be some confusion that you have to sort out, some new relationship that can happen. You can start with a new relationship. Maybe you're traveling and you meet somebody and you propose to that person that, you know, you get so well, you get along well so much that you want to be with that person throughout your life. And also this is quite likely that you will have some kind of, you know, sexual encounter on this day as well. 15th to the 17th is the time when you can be more involved in your fitness regime, health. You can be lazy also. You should actually pay more attention to your fitness and your health, diet. In case you are going to be if you're waiting for a litigation verdict, you know, so this is going to be the day when you can get that decision making. In case you are thinking of parting ways with your partner, this is also quite likely. 18th to the 20th is the time when you can have some argument with your partner. Be careful about that. Do not get carried away. In case you want to sort out things, you can do that also in this during this time, 18th to the 20th. New relationship can start, marriage can take place in case you're planning to. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you can have more inclination towards your you know, financials, and you can be having some deep connection with the person on the physical plane. You know, you're dating or you're meeting or you're already in a relationship, and it's a good time for planning your financials. Your partner will get a boost in the income, and they can be that you get involved in some healing process. Healing of the soul, healing of the body is quite likely. Some intimate relationship will get intensified, and this is going to be very positive for you, positive time for you also. Okay, so this is what is about, and make sure that you are taking care, because the Leo sign is ruled by Sun and Cancer sign is ruled by Moon. So you guys have to be very careful around and in and around eclipses times. Okay, I mentioned all the dates in the initial summary part. I'll mention in the description box also. Please go through that. Okay, so coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. Let me write it. So Virgo, see, Virgo is the sign where you know, Mercury exalts and Venus debilitates. And here it is happening over your 7th house. So 7th house transit actually is the house where you're focused on the relationship, not just with the partner, but relationship with the others, outside people, outside world. You are committed in the relationship. If at all you have that serious approach towards it, you will definitely be getting all the love, affection from the partner as well. Just be more understanding, and this is going to help you also. You're going to be very lovable. You're going to be very harmonious. You're going to be having some creativity. In case you are going to be having some plans for initiation of any kind of business, relationship with the partner improves. You are going to be having inclination towards beauty, fine arts, look good. All that is very much possible. And that too, you know, with the Jupiter also there, it is going to be enhancing those many areas. So in case you want to develop that kind of harmony or new relationship, propose to the person, then you can do that during this transit. It is definitely going to be very helpful. And travel plans can also culminate, or you're going to be taking your partner out for a vacation. Do that in case you're thinking of. I'm giving you a few dates. Make sure that you note down. 27th April to the 1st of May is the time when you can have some inclination towards meeting more people, forming a good connection with the people you have not met from a long time, your friends, in fact, the circle that you move around in. You're going to be partying, or you're going to be having a lot of inclination towards meeting influential people and working. So this is a very positive time. 1st May to the 3rd of May is the time when you can be having some inclination towards sexual desire fulfillment, and you can have sexual encounters also. Intimate relationship on cards. Expenditure is there. Maybe you'll be dining out and you'll be spending, but this is also the time when you will be rejuvenating yourself, you know, just thinking about things which are going to lead to happiness, joy in the future. So you're contemplating, and whatever has happened in the past, you're just thinking about all that in that seclusion. You're just being with you, you just want to be with you. 3rd to the 5th is the time when you will be working through your looks, your talks, your communication skills. You're spending more time working on these areas, and maybe you're going to be meeting somebody. There's a meeting or there's a party that you are going to be buying yourself some gift, gift as in like to look good, and maybe some dress or something. So quite likely some new clothes for men. So on the 6th, from the 6th to the 8th, this is not a good time for investments. In case you have to work through your financials, you should be very careful. You have to park your funds well. Do not go get carried away in your investments and your purchases. Maybe you will go on a shopping spree and you will regret later. So 6th to the 8th, you must avoid. Be more sensible, be more careful, be more serious towards your financials. 9 to the 11th is the time when you can plan your journeys, your travels, your short journeys. In fact, you can maybe meeting somebody while traveling, or for work you're traveling, or you're going to be actually communicating with your partner, or you meet somebody while you are on a business trip. So you meet somebody and you get all the positive results for that meeting that you went for. Good time. 12th to the 14th is the time when you can have some redoing of your house, renovating, or maybe you're going to be at home relaxing, okay, having that pasta that you like. Rather have salads. Just be at home and pay more attention to your family members, start connecting with them. It is going to be very positive for your children on the 15th, 16th, 17th. You will be having some serious talks with them. You're going to be having some inclination towards creative skills, enhancing them, building on them. You're going to be polishing them. Or maybe some kind of hobby that you're pursuing, singing, dancing, artistic bent of mind, just a flair that you have. You start off with the painting again. You have not done it from a long time. You want to take those classes of piano. So all that is quite likely from the 15th to the 17th. Go in for that. I would request you, if you want to, you will definitely get all the success. 18th to the 20th is the time when you can be involved in some litigation, loans, disease. You will be looking after yourself, the upkeep. And also there can be the arrangement that you're going to be having a lot of workload and you're not able to complete it. You're not able to complete the task that you have been assigned, but you are having that zeal and energy to do it. There are external forces which are not letting you do it, but you have that inclination, of course. So make the best use of this time, that do not, see, I'm preparing you. So just make a note. And in case you're feeling all this, so please write in the comment section also. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you will be forming a connection with your partner, intimate relationship. There is a confusion that you have to solve. You have to resolve you have to have get the solution to the problem that you are in. Or maybe with your partner, you're going to be having some serious discussions and you're going to be coming to a conclusion. In case you have any kind of problems in the relationship, sorted out. And new relationship, of course, can start from the 21st to the 23rd. You can propose to the person you're dating. Make sure that you note down the dates of the eclipses. Don't make any decisions, because you have eclipses happening in your 8th house and 2nd house axis. So make sure that you take care of your health, financials also. Don't make major decisions regarding this, because Moon and Sun are your 11th and the 12th houses lords also. So do not get carried away in your relationships and financials. These two houses you have to be working through. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So let me just erase this and write it down. Live sessions, I must tell you. And Libra. So for Libra natives, this transit is happening over your 6th house. Okay, so 6th house is actually, the house of health, litigation, disease, loans, all that, and the fitness regime, basically, So 6th house is, it's a very good time for improving on your working conditions, because Venus is there. So Venus actually in the 6th house, it debilitates, but here it is the other way around. So you're actually counterbalancing things. So this is a good position for working through your tasks, your assignments, and your health, fitness. If at all you have to go in for any kind of litigation, you can do that. You'll file that and you will get the results. That is something which can happen during this whole transit. But yes, you should be avoiding getting entrapped in these kind of issues also, because it's the eighth lord after all. So if at all you do, then you can have some negative impacts also of the same. So be more receptive to the environment, workplace of yours. Be a peacemaker rather than, just going overboard in your aggression. Do not get carried away. You are a very peacemaking sign as it is. You're a harmonious sign. Your lagna is very, very pious and friendly. So have that fair approach towards resolving things. Ketu is there over your first house, so this gives you detachment, and you're not making right kind of choices at times. You get confused. So this Venus will help you, because Venus in the sixth house, definitely, exalted place for you. So this is going to, give you clarity in your environment you are surrounded with. So this is going to give you that approach also. And this is also the time to declutter the environment outside, inside as well. Not just that you are going to be cleaning up the environment around you, your wardrobe or your desk, but also your inside. There is a lot of clutter inside. So just have that healing process done, just work through that environment inside you also. Some laziness is possible, so do not get carried away. Don't procrastinate. This is not the time. And be more helpful. Cooperate others. Take the help of others when you're making bigger decisions. It doesn't matter. You're holding a big position. It doesn't matter. You have to be more helpful, and you must be having the, that leadership skill in you. You have to actually make people, make leaders out of leaders. So as it is, it's a harmonious sign. I don't think so. Libra sign is very, very, that way. It works in a team, he loves to work in the team. So that is something which I really like about Libra natives. Generally I have seen they are very good astrologers also. Also, what else I had to tell you? Yeah, I have to give you the dates. Now, 27th April to the 1st of May is the time when you can have some, workload, work that you have to complete at the place of work, and maybe some co-workers that you're going to be actually getting involved with emotionally, or there can be some new projects which are coming your way, which you were waiting for from a long time. So you're going to be having that emotional approach towards your workplace. 1st May to the 3rd of May is the time when you can be having some connection with the co-workers and your friends. You're going to be taking out time to meet them. You're going to be having some kind of party or get together. 3rd to the 5th is the time when you will be having some travel plans or overseas connections. You're going to be having some the intention is to get reloaded, because you want to rejuvenate yourself at times. You want to just give yourself some time, work behind the scenes to get enhanced and come back in that power. So that is something which is going to happen about your 12th house, like on the 3rd to the 5th transit. 6th to the 8th is a time when you will be going in for some good maintaining of your appearance and good looks, or maybe you'll be going in for some spa or some treatment. I think you should avoid, because you have a Ketu over your first house. So this is not the time when you really want to invest on yourself, on your appearance. Because your Astra is not looking that good or not working on yourself. So with Venus in the 6th house transit, you should work on yourself. You should work on your looks, cleanliness. I mean, not that you should go in for some cosmetics surgery or cosmetic treatment, or haircut. Of course, hairdo you can do always. 18 months you can't be without the hairdo. But yes, you have to be very careful and cautious when you're making big decisions, like going in for some major treatments because of Ketu in the 1st house. So make sure that you do not get carried away. If somebody is telling you, and you go ahead with it. 9 to the 11th is the time when you will be working through your financials. You'll be doing something about your family connections, family values, family addition is possible. Also, there is a possibility of investments and There can be that you are going to be spending on things which you really don't need. So don't go in for that shopping spree. 12th to the 14th is the time when you can have some travel plans. There can be car breakdown, so be careful about that. There can be a lot of communication, serious communication. Some projects in hand are going to get complete. There can be that you are going to be proposing to your neighbor, somebody next door. 12th to the 14th, that is what I just told you. 15th to the 17th is the time when you will be doing your place. You'll be shifting out from the place, maybe you're moving. And there can be that you are going to be having some good relationship or serious talks with your family members. 18th to the 20th is the time when you will be having some connection with your love life. In your love relationship, you're going to be proposing somebody, or you're going to be meeting somebody at a get together. 18th to the 20th is the time when you should be you can have an argument also. Your children can have an argument with you, if at all you have. So make sure that you lie low, do not get carried away. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you can be having some serious approach towards your work. Maybe with your co-workers, you're going to be lining up everything, a meeting, or you're going to be having some health issues, or maybe you're thinking of changing your diet plan. That is also quite likely. Okay, somebody is asking, please mention about legal issues and mother's health. Okay, take care of your mother's health on the 15th to the 17th. That's the time you should be taking care of your mother's health. And 21st to the 23rd is the time when you can have some legal issues resolved. Okay, in case you're thinking of, or you're thinking of filing a lawsuit. So you should be doing that also on the 21st to the 23rd. That's a good time. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So let me write it down for you. Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this transit is happening over your 5th house, and this Venus is going to be conjunct Jupiter. So this is the time to start or initiate any kind of romance. You can get attractive. You can get attractive and attracted to somebody else also. There is some talent which is hidden and now is going to surface. So maybe, drama, dance, music, hobbies that you have to pursue. You should be doing that. Love for your children can increase. You can get connected. That bonding can be built up during this time with your children, and you will be certainly enjoying a good time. And you can be partying, and you can get over indulgent also in your entertainment. So make sure that you draw a line, of course. Otherwise, it's a very beautiful transit for you, for your creative skills, in case you have that, attraction for aesthetics or recreation. So this is the time. And also there can be that you're going to be very appreciative about your surroundings and the people around you. Your approach towards love is going to be enhanced, and it's going to be getting better in your relationship. Of course, you're going to be having that self-expression also. Okay, I'm giving you a few dates. This is the overview of Venus's transit, because it's going to be getting exalted, and it's the Lord of your 12th. So children might be going away from you also, quite likely. And it is the Lord of the 7th. So when the 7th Lord is in the 5th house, it said that it's not a good connection. It's not forming a good connection in your relationship, though, in the natal chart. So in case you have any kind of complications in relationship, you can sort it out also during this time. Also, there is a likelihood that you are going to be starting some kind of hobby, something which is going to lead to some, positive energy within you. 27th April to the 1st of May is the time when you can be traveling, or you can be very emotional about your father, and it can lead to some health issues to your father also. 1st to the 3rd May is the time when you can have some good connection with the official colleagues, co-workers, bosses. You are going to be the authority yourself. Maybe you will be having some laziness involved in the work. So don't slack, don't just be more, on the lazy side where, you're not able to complete the tasks. So you have to be on your toes and finish it all. Don't procrastinate. 3rd to the 5th is the time when you can get connected with your people around you, community you move around in, or the people you are very friendly with. Influential people also you can come across, and this is the time for investment also. Maybe you will be having some wishes coming true, and you meet somebody in a get together and you propose that person. That is also quite possible. from the from the 3rd to the 5th. 6th to the 8th is the time when you can have some expenditures, complications in relationship, or there can be a litigation which can come your way. So you have to be really careful about your court cases and lawsuits that some legal complications can come up. So be careful, and there can be health issues or imprisonment, or, depending on your personal chart, and density will vary, of course, but bed pleasures also can get activated on the 6th to the 8th. Some expenditures on cards, so be careful about that as well. 9 to the 11th is the time when you can be thinking about growth. You're thinking about good looks. You're working on yourself. You are research oriented, some new subjects you're going to be studying. And also there can be that you're thinking on a broader manner. You're not thinking on a superficial manner now. In a relationship, you want to figure it out, that what kind of relationship you want, whether you want to be in this relationship or not. Something will definitely surface, and you're going to be getting that clarity also. Just be careful about the eclipses that I've mentioned already in the beginning part. Do hear that, or I'll mention in the description box when are the eclipses, so be careful about those. Otherwise, it's a very positive time, especially on the 9th, 10th, 11th. Mercury is going to go retrograde during this time in Taurus sign in your 7th, so communication gap can be there with your partner. So be careful when you're conveying things, just be more straightforward rather than, keeping something, holding yourself in your communication, something latent. 12th to the 14th is the time when you will be concerned about your financials, some expenditures on cards. Maybe you're going to be having some, indigestion, food some sweets that you have had, and you're going to be having some stomach upset. So be careful about that. 15th to the 17th is the time when you will be traveling, short journeys on cards, some serious approach towards your about your communication. Maybe you're going to be lecturing a gathering, or you're going to be working through your financials, also your work culture. You're working through all these times during these dates. 18th to the 20th is time when you have to be careful about your mother's health. Communication with your people around you can suffer. You can be argumentative, but you have a lot of energy towards completing the tasks. Maybe you want to rejuvenate, you want to just be, at home, redo your place. So you should be actually going in for some purchase or selling of your property, land, vehicle during this time. These 2 dates are very good for that. But be careful, Mercury is retrograde. So if you have to sign any kind of documents, be careful, reread them. You can't stop working, of course. So you have to be a little more extra careful, whenever you're signing the agreements and all. Take care, you can do it, I'm sure. On the 21st, 22nd, 23rd is the time to get connected with your children, your approach towards life changes, your hobbies, your perception towards doing things exactly, what you want in relationship in your life, what you want to, how you can rejuvenate yourself, how you can do things for yourself, where you can improvise. So all that, you are going to be working through. Take up a hobby, during this time, 21st to 23rd, you should start something new, something fresh. And also this is a Gandanta zone, by the fag end of, towards the end of, sorry, not fag end, but towards the end. Somebody told me not to use fag end. So just be careful about your approach towards the people around you, value them, okay? Make sure that you know the dates of the eclipses, which are mentioned in the initial summary part, or you can find it in the description box also. I try to make things easier for you guys. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Let me write it down here. Just give me a moment. Let me drink some water. I'll just take it up. Excuse me. Okay. Coming to the sign Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius natives, this transit is happening over your 4th house. The 4th house is the house of happiness. And Venus, when transits the 4th house, is the Iqbala also. And it's with the Lagnesh after all. So you're going to be having a lot of happiness, question, peace. You're having that suddenly you feel that there is a lot of peace inside you. The peace is not the outside peace I'm talking about. You feel at times, things are happening automatically. You feel that solace. So that's a mother's lap after all. So your connection with the mother, or you're meeting your mother, if you're staying away from her, is quite possible. You're going to be having that kind of luxurious lifestyle. Your home environment is going to improve. Maybe you're going to be having a lot of entertainment, pleasure, relationship, and you're going to be having some comfort zone also. You have a tendency to gain weight, so be careful during this time. And if you are quite nostalgic, sentimental, all these are the adjectives I can use when Venus is in the Pisces sign, the emotional sign, and that too with Jupiter, its own zone. So this is going to give you some peaceful environment, of course, and you're going to be earning a lot of money also. So make sure that you make the best use of this time, and take care of your health also. And this is a good time for mother's health as well. So in case you want to plan your purchases of property, vehicle, anything that you want to, or exchange your vehicle, buy a new one, all that is quite likely with Venus in the fourth house zone. Starting of any kind of education, is also quite likely. Mercury is going to be going retrograde in the sign ruled by Venus, and there's an eclipse in the sign ruled by Venus, in the nakshatra ruled by Venus, and of course in 1/7 axis also of the natural zodiac. So again, Venus is involved. Venus is all over the place. So here you have to be careful about your relationship though. During this transit of Venus in the Pisces sign, it's a general statement I'm making. You have to be taking care of your communication with the partner in relationship also. And also Bharani Nakshatra is a Nakaranta Nakshatra. So don't pick and choose for the Muhurta. It's not an auspicious Nakshatra. In case you have to start your journey, or you have to invest, or you have to, plan your purchase of property, etc., avoid Bharani Nakshatra day when Moon is transiting through. So now here, I'm giving you a few dates. Make sure that you do not or do the things that I'm just sharing across. 27th April to the 1st of May is the time when you have to take care of your health, your investments, your money, your financials. But this is a good time for healing process. Heal yourself and others. 1st May to the 3rd May is the time for travels, long journeys, learning a new language, learning new things, change of perspective, looking at the picture in a broader way. What is in store? What exactly do you want? And also, you might be concerned about your father's health during this time, 1st to the 3rd of May. 3rd to the 5th of May, you might be having some connection with the bosses, influential people. Your tasks will get completed. You will be having a lot of workload, and you will be forming a good connection with the co-workers. Proposal can be there from the colleague side. Maybe you have been expecting somebody to propose to you, so this is going to happen, especially on the 3rd, 4th, 5th. 6th to the 8th is a time when you have to be careful in your communication with your friends, the society you move around in. Be more charitable during this time. Donate something in whites, donate something which is related to Venus chants you can do, that is also going to help you. You can donate yellow things also, that is also going to be helpful on the 6th, 7th, 8th. 9th, 10th, 11th is the time when you will be traveling, you will be educating yourself, learning new things. You want to spend alone time, and you want to do things for yourself and work through the energy in a very positive manner. You want to do things which can give you clarity. Now is the time when you are feeling that everything is coming to an end, and now there is a new cycle which is starting. So you are thinking of doing working on your relationship and projects, and travels, and you're thinking of enhancing your skills. All that is going to happen from the 9th to the 11th, and research work can also take place. 12th to the 14th, and also you have to take care of your health on the 9th, 10th, 11th. 12th to the 14th is the time when you will be working through your looks, your relationship. You are thinking of bonding with the people around you. Don't go in for major cosmetic surgery or something. No treatment right now. But yes, the general ones, which is the the routine thing, you can do it, but avoid any kind of major overhauling or makeovers. Avoid. 15th to the 17th is the time when you can be working through your financial seriously. You're going to be having some investment plans made. Take the advice of the people around you who are experts. This is not the time for parking funds, blocking your money, and going overboard in your investments and your expenditures. Just cut down on your expenditures immediately. This is not going to help you. Otherwise, Ketu is in your 11th house. So you are going to be depleting your financials. You're going to be more spiritually inclined though, but this is not a good time for fulfillment of desires because Ketu is in the 11th house and it can lead to some complications with your friends, confusion. It can also lead to break in your friendship also. So make sure that you take care of your relationship as well as your financials during these 2 days, especially that is 15th, 16th, 17th. 18th, 19th, 20th is the time for travels, forming connectivity with your siblings, female counterparts, travel plans, or you can be going in for some proposals also, some new projects coming your way, and they can be you are going to be proposing to that person you're dating from a long time. It can also lead to some complications while communicating or shooting those email. You can just do it on the to somebody else. So be careful on the 18th, 19th, 20th that you do not get impulsive in sending your communication information, any kind of information when you're imparting. And this is not a good time for your mother's health also. So make sure that 18th, 19th, 20th, you take care of your mother and your father's health as well. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you will be feeling quite comfortable at home. You want to spend more time with your family members. You want to be entertained. You want to start something at the home front, redoing your place. All that is quite likely from 21st to the 23rd. If at all you have to do it. Education, if you have to start, you should be doing it during this time. And also eat moderately, something sweet that you can have, and you can have some digestion issues. So make sure that you follow these instructions to the maximum. And in case they're matching up, please do write in the comment section. That really helps me. Also, you have to take care of the Bharani Nakshatra eclipse, which is happening on the 30th. So make sure that you do not do the ceremonies on the Bharani Nakshatra moon's transit, and also make sure that you take care of your health on the eclipse's time, because it's happening over your 5-11 axis. So your relationship, your children's health, that can suffer. So make sure that you are concerned about your friends and family during this time. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. Let me just write it for you. So Capricorn natives is the happening over your, let me write it, Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this transit is happening over your 3rd house, and this is a very positive time for pursuing your intellectual side. What is your hidden talent? What is it that you are not able to recognize? So this will give you, see, these are the Soumya Grahas, Jupiter and Venus. So you lack that courage, that boldness to make decisions. So this is the time when you can exchange your ideas, be teacher-like, and also grasp things. So try to understand others, because this is not the time to make major decisions. It cannot be, because Venus and Jupiter both are Soumya Grahas, and you are not able to make right kind of choices. But yes, it is very good time for getting connected with your siblings, whatever communications you have to make, short journeys, purchasing of land and property. In case you have to express yourself, you will be able to, relationship with the people around you get better. And in case you are having any kind of disharmony, you will be getting that harmonious relationship also. And this can also lead to some information exchange of information also. This is a very positive time for your expression. Whatever energies that you are having, that latent energy, you will be able to express to your partner or your people around you. Now I'm giving you a few dates, and take care of the eclipses dates that I've mentioned initially, or in the description box also I'll mention. So you just go through that. 27th April to the 1st of May is the time you can have some emotional bent of mind towards your partner, some relationship issues that you were facing. You are going to be, that those arguments that you had, now you're going to be reconciling. That is also very positive from the 27th, 23rd, 27, 28, 29, 30th, and 1st. 1st May to the 3rd of May is the time when you can have some concerns about your financials, health also. So this is also a good time for healing process. If at all you have to go in for some rejuvenation, you can go in for that. If you have to go in for some spa, you want to take some treatment, you are into occult sciences, you can do well on these 2 dates especially. 3rd, 4th, 5th is the time when you can be traveling, you can have some a relationship bonding with people, or you can have a good communication with your partner. You're going to be clarifying whatever you have been facing, some bonding issues that you've had. You're going to be actually forming that chemistry now. Going in for some vacation, planning vacation is also quite likely from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th and 7th and 8th. This is not a good time for taking any kind, or taking your a step further in your argument with your co-workers, with the influential people, or your bosses or your superiors. This is not the time. You, as it is not getting too much inclined to do things at the place of work. You're quite detached because Ketu is there. You're not too happy with the work culture that you're involved in, so you want that break. So take a break rather than just breaking. So just give it some time. Don't be lazy though. Complete your tasks, but at the same time, take a break. You need a vacation. So that's something which you should be planning during this time. 9 to the 11th is a time when you will be forming a connection with and the bonding and the chemistry with your friends, your community that you move around in. This is a very good time for fulfilling your desires. If you have any plans, you should be doing it during this time. In case you have to go in for some charity, giving some, giving some donations. So danams, you can do that on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. In case your mother is suffering, her health will become a little better on the 9th and 11th. 12th to the 14th is the time when you will be traveling, you will be investing, you will be meeting some foreigners, some overseas clients, or you can also plan your expenditures and your budget during this time. You are going to be meeting somebody who is hospitalized. You're going to be healing that person. You're going to be, if you are a healer yourself, or you are, your presence can heal the other people around you from the 12th, 13th, 14th. So this is a very good time. 15th, 16th, 17th is the time when you will be having some good looks, or maybe changing your looks, or, doing something which is giving you that confidence, meeting somebody, potential partner. You're going out and you meet somebody at the workplace. Maybe you meet somebody and you're proposing that person. 15, 16, 17 meant for that. 18, 19, 20th is the time when you will be having some concerns about your financials. Maybe you're having some argument with your family members, but at the same time, you have to seek advice from your experts or your advisor for investments, in case you have to go in for that. And you can also have some kind of communication gap with the people around you, but at the same time, you're going to be making good for your financial growth. And this is a foundational phase, of course. In case you have to go in for some purchasing of some gifts for somebody, you can do that on this day. 21st to the 23rd is the time for travel, short journeys, and forming a connectivity with your siblings, communicating with the people around you who are going to be very much getting that support from you, or verbal rapport is going to build up during this time. Any kind of differences, if you have, you're going to be resolving those as well. You're going to be actually bridging that gap. So these are the transit positions and the dates that I've mentioned. Do write in the comment section. How will I keep going otherwise if you don't give me the feedback? If at all it's not happening, then it's not happening for anyone, like, who, it should work. It should work. At least 50% of the transit positions do work. So do let me know, please. That will be really kind of you all. And do make a note of the eclipses time, because that is very essential. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. Let me write it for you. Live sessions. Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this transit is happening over your second house. The second house is the house of money, personal possessions. And when Venus, Jupiter both are there, so this is also going to give you some routes which are giving you fast earning of money, your savings increase. You're going to be having a lot of bent of mind to buy beautiful artistic things, musical instruments, and there can be that you are having some luxurious items around you, or you're going to be buying perfume, expensive perfumes for yourself. And the relationship is going to definitely improve. In case your partner is having some health issues, that is also going to get better. This is though a very restless kind of an energy, because it is like, the Pisces sign in the second house. That means it is going to give you restlessness related to your financials also. Or maybe you're thinking about financial security a lot. There are things which are not giving you that kind of satisfaction. So you're exploring something big, something new, which is definitely quite good for you. And also being the Lord of the Ninth in the second house, so this is going to give you, some changes in the job of your father, or the father is going to be having some transfer. Take care of your father's health though. And there are certain issues that you have to resolve in relationship also. You have to pay attention to your relationship during this time. What is the chemistry? What is the bonding that you have? So maintain that calm and peace and harmony in your relationship, of course. So this is what is going to be the transit about, and being the Lord of the fourth also in the 11 houses away. So this is going to be very positive about your this is going to be positive about for your mother's possession, and mother's friends also. So mother's friends are going to be flourishing as well. And any kind of renovation of your house, redoing your place is also going to be beneficial. I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note of these days. 27 to April to the 1st of May is the time to take care of your health. Eat something which is not sweet. Too much of sweet you can consume and you can have some stomach upset. So take care of your diet plan and take care of your fitness regime during this time. You can be very emotional about your workplace, colleagues. You can propose to the person who you're dating also. 1st to the 3rd May is the time when you will be getting connected, intimate connection with your partner. You might get into a relationship, marriage-like relationship, some alliance you will be getting involved in your business, maybe, some partnership is also going to take place. 3rd, 4th, 5th is the time when you can have some inclination, bent of mind towards making money out of money. You're going to be having some new chances to make money, and relationship also. Elevation in financials of your partner is also quite likely on these dates, and you should be actually inclining yourself towards healing process, healing yourself and others. 6th, 7th, 8th is the time when you can have some complications in travels and your health issues, your father's health issues, sorry. So you have to take care of your father. And in case you're having any kind of investment plans, they might just fall apart. So don't make decisions, which are hasty in an impulse. So you just avoid all that during the 6th, 7th, 8th transit. This can also lead to some friction between you and your father, if at all it's not the health issue of your father. And it can be that you are learning a new language, enhancing your skills during this time, higher learning, spiritual pursuits you're going to be actually involved in. You're going to be enhancing your, maybe yogic practices or something which is giving you, taking you to another level, higher learning actually. 9th and 11th is the time when you will be more involved in the worldly matters. You're going to be at workplace, finishing off one task and starting the another one. And there can be that you are having some complications with, due to your procrastination, your laziness. So do not get carried away in all these things. Do not get influenced by these kind of emotions, because you have to complete the job. You're the one who's going to be doing the job of yours, right? So maybe, with the foreign connections that you have, you're going to be starting something new. Don't be lazy. Okay. And if at all you want that kind of, accolades and appreciations from the people around you at the workplace, you should be doing that. You should not be lazy and procrastinating during the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. This is the time to propose to the person you're dating, or you're thinking of starting some new investment, some new firm, new company. Creative energy is on high. So you're going to be utilizing your talents now. This is the time to prove yourself to the world, but there can be some confusion in your investments, so take the advice of your experts, and this can lead to some health issues also to your mother. 12 to the 14th, especially 15th, 16th, 17th, travel plans. In case you have to travel, you have to be very careful about your itinerary. There can be that you miss out on something which you there's something minutely that you have to get into. There is something that is missed out on, so do not be very careless about planning everything. Do not get carried away in your your purchasing. You can be a shopaholic during this time, so make sure that you do not get carried away with your expenditures, and take care of your health. Your relatives can fall sick and you have to take them to the hospital, quite likely. And do write in the comment section if at all these things mashed up or something mashed up. 18th to the 20th is the time when you will be going in for some makeover, some hairdo, or buying a dress for yourself, something which is, or some jewelry or cosmetics that you're going to be buying on the 18th to 19th, 20th. But there is some argument also that you're heading to with your partner. So make sure that you are not getting involved in these kind of negative energies. So understand the person, understand the opposite side of the person, the counterpart, maybe your business relationship or your marriage alliance or the partner you're dating. There can be something that you have to really that's required, to compensate on the relationship front. You have to be more involved in it. You have to put the effort. In case you want to go in for some litigation or something, that is also quite likely for 18, 19, 20th. You can do that. 21st to the 23rd is the time when you will be thinking about your financials, your possessions, and you're going to be putting a lot of effort in enhancing your beauty, your artistic bent of mind, and you're going to be thinking of growth. And how you can improvise on the relationship. This can lead to your your partner's health issues, digestive issues also for you. So make sure that you do not get carried away and have sweets more, on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. All right. So do hear the summary part where I mentioned about the eclipses, and also in the description box I'll be mentioning. So just go through that. Those are the dates that you have to be a little extra cautious about. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. Oh, wow. Pisces, you are having a good time, I'm sure, because the Venus is going to be transiting your first house and Jupiter is as it is there. So this is Pisces. I was about right, Venus. So for Pisces natives, this transit of Jupiter and Venus is happening over your first house. The first house is self. You can be very friendly. Now, this is the time to complete the circle. Basically, this is also going to be giving you some good looks. You're working on your looks. You want to you're going to be drawing people. You're going to be very attractive. Your approach towards people is going to change. You're going to be very sugar coated. You're going to be having some harmonious relationship. In case you want to go in for some kind of beautiful and luxurious lifestyle, you can go in for that. You're going to be having that self-centric approach though. But yes, this is going to be a very don't be egoistic. Don't get carried away in all this. And if at all you want to go in for some cosmetic procedure, you should be doing that. You want to buy some makeup, you can do that. But your speech is getting harsh because of Rahu energy in the second house, in the Aries sign, fiery sign. And Rahu is also in Krittika Nakshatra, not to forget that. So there is a lot of complications due to your or confusion due to your Rahu in the second. So do not get carried away and misuse your financials, or make financials in a very in a shorter maybe easier way. So do not get carried away if you're getting influenced by others during this time. Also, there is a likelihood that you can get involved in some new relationship, get married. Jupiter Venus in the first house gives that. And also there is a possibility of childbirth during this time. A good time for getting involved in any kind of short travels. This is going to be very fruitful, but you are going to be taking care of your health because it's the 8th lord after all. So take care of your health, go in for some healing sessions, Reiki sessions, or anything which gives you that power and energy that positive approach. Okay, now I'm giving you a few dates. Make sure that you follow them. 27th April till the 1st of May, you have to go in for some hobbies, pursue your hobbies, get connected with your children. You are going to be having some emotional bent of mind towards your partner. You are initiating anything new, any new relationship, quite likely. Also, there is a likelihood of investments during this time, and you're going to be paid off. 1st May to the 3rd of May is the time you have to take care of your health. In case you are involved in any kind of litigation, you'll be getting that conclusion. You're going to be getting that verdict. And if you want to go in for some litigation, you can be doing that on the 1st May to the 3rd of May. Take care of your health. Digestion problems can be there. Follow that strict diets that you really need to. Gaining weight, right? Jupiter over your 1st house, Venus also over your 1st house. That means double the impact on your weight. You can go obese, so be careful. Take care of your diet from now itself. 6th to the 8th, 3rd to the 5th is the time when you can get married, you can get into any kind of relationship, business partnership. In case you have to have that harmonious relationship, cordiality, you should be doing that. In case you want to go in for some kind of resolution, or you want to solve the problem that you're in, or there has to be some balancing factor which is required in a relationship, figure it out. Just, I think the best would be that you take a step and the other person also takes a step, and then you just reach somewhere. So just go in for, see, breaking is very easy. Breaking up is the simplest thing, but how you can build on the relationship, how you can work on a relationship and stay together, that is something which requires effort. So that is the reason I'm saying that do not get carried away and part ways. Just work on your relationship a little bit extra. 6th to the 8th is a time when you can have some health issues. You have to go in for some spiritual pursuits. You have to go in for some travels, occult sciences if you want to take up, some research work you want to take up, it's good. Healing process, for yourself is also very much likely. You're working through your financials during this time, and you're going to be getting some inheritances in case you want to. Not good time for your mother's health. Take care of your mother's health on the 6th, 7th, 8th. 9th, 10th, 11th is the time to take care of your father's health and the relationship with your father. There can be that you're traveling, you're not able to focus on your family, and you're going to be, but you're going to be successful in your endeavors, undoubtedly. You're going to be making a lot of money also during this time. And in case you want to start any kind of education, this is also quite possible. Higher learning, travel plans, they are going to be, and you're going to be looking at a bigger picture and a better picture now. You're going to be getting that clarity also. So this is definitely very positive. 12th to the 14th is the time when you can have some relationship issues at the place of work. Some confusion will be there. Although you're doing your bit well, you're doing your job well, but still people are not able to understand you. You're going to be thinking that you're doing the task well and everything is perfect, but people are not appreciating you. So you're feeling quite uneasy because of that, but still you have that kind of time, and the experience that you have, that is commendable. So you utilize and encash on that. Do not think what the others are thinking. Okay, don't get carried away with what others think about you. It is not going to help you. So the best would be that you pay attention to your work and don't be lazy. Don't procrastinate during this time. Your co-workers might just come and to help you, but they can be that you are going to be, getting carried away in emotionally with other people. You can get entangled also. There can be some secret relationship which can be revealed. So be careful about that on the 12th, 13th, 14th. 15th to the 17th is a time when you will be having some serious approach towards your investments. You're thinking a lot about your financials now. And you're going to be donating something on this day. If at all you have to go in for donations, if you have to go in for some humanitarian causes, you can do that as well. Fulfillment of desires might get delayed, might get postponed, but surely you're working through those energies, you're working through your financials well, and you're going to be parking your funds well. Some influential people you're going to be coming across, a new relationship. There's a get together and you meet somebody. That is also quite likely. Especially on the 15th, 16th, 17th. 18th, 19th, 20th is the time for travels. In case you have to connect with the overseas people, projects in hand you have to complete. dreams, the dream world, that the castles that you're building that might just, actually materialize. So this is a very positive time. In case you have to make any kind of travel plans, you want to plan your itinerary, you can do that. There's an aggressive approach towards doing and completing the presentation that you're working on, and there is a project that you're working on. So this is going to be a very positive time to get the results. And in case you want to go in for purchasing of electric gadgets, you can do that also on the 18th, 19th, 20th. 21st, 22nd, 23rd is the time for thinking about your own self. Your approach towards others is going to be very soft. You're going to be very much involved in your physical appearances, your mannerisms. You're going to be following those etiquettes, some etiquette classes you can start off. You're going to be enhancing your attractiveness, how you look good, perfume yourself well, and all that you are going to be doing during this time. You're going to be more agreeable and more cooperative with people. You're going to be very attractive during this time. So this is what is the transit of Venus in the signs going to be. And in case you feel that they are not matching up, please do write. And if at all they're matching up, please do write. I think both are more appreciated and are expected from you. Thank you so much for the ones who are here watching me live, and the ones who are not and they're watching me later. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay blessed, and Om Tat Sat.